I'm getting tired of telling you. It's getting old. No mail today. Did I wear you guys out? Was it too much typing? What's the next tactic, huh? I love how, like, when people are gang stalked, right? It's like, don't talk about it. I was at this park yesterday, and for the leader of the gang stalking me, well, you had your guys. It was funny because, here comes one now. It's almost as if they have it on their forehead, like, I am a gang stalker. One came, it was like shift change. And they were near my car. I was over there. Yeah, I was over there. Like you can see where I'm at. Guys, I'm actually floating up in the sky right now. See? I'm raptured. I just kept setting my alarm off. Start my car up. The button and pushing it. Putting the lights on and off. Because what it is there's your tactics they're just weak. They're weak. All millions of yous. I knew the mail was going to slow down. You know why? Because I told you to keep sending it. Oh, man. Street theater. I guess they kind of... Today's topic is, well, it's going to be about gang stalking, okay? Let's go in great detail about gang stalkers. And, I mean, that is your main title. All the other titles is just a disguise. You get tired of sitting there with the alarm gun off, right? I guess he has something wrong with his engine with the hood popped open. But last night was, I actually had fun just messing with you guys, because I know that you is higher. Just regular people that they really have no clue what the hell they're doing. And just like today, when I just pulled out of my house and I made a right. Well, I went around the block and I made a right on Shetland. You guys know where that is, right? And you had this a newbie parked in the parking lot on the left-hand side. You know where the wellness center is. It was a Pontiac. It was a reddish, like a Pontiac. He had one headlight, and I seen as he's sitting there, and I'm driving up. I can see that he put his phone and then put his car in gear, and then he was going to follow behind me. And then I just stopped. Right? Here he is. Let me just try to demonstrate. here this clown is, and I'm well, let's see, where was he? Was he here? Yeah. So I was like driving this way, and he was gonna come out and get behind me like that, and I just went and drove around there and went behind him. It's too obvious, you know what I mean? Why would anybody want to follow you, Robin? Who are you? You only get like 500 views average. I mean, you're nobody. Yeah, I've noticed that. And you know what? When I left after it was like 7 of them. It was about 7 altogether. Because it was shift change. One come in, and the other one would stop. My car's here, and then they would, because it's, look, I don't know if you can see, but they pulled up, and then like just parked almost in front of the car with the headlights on. So I just kept pushing my button, pushing it, and just pushing it and pushing it. I mean, until they got tired of hearing the alarm go off, and until they got tired of knowing that I know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Because nobody just sits there and pulls there and parks like with their headlights aimed at someone's vehicle. But I understand. It's the tactics are, you know, you get aggressive when you get pissed off. You get upset because, well, you can't come into my house anymore. There's always somebody home. There always will be. I've actually worked our schedules around just to make sure, okay? I just feel sorry for the people that don't know. The ones that have no clue. I mean, well, the targeted people who know they're targeted, but they just don't know that people are coming in their house. You know what I mean? I feel bad for those people. Don't you wish I would just go live? That way you can spew. Oh, Robin, spew. Anyway, when I was done wiping away the shoo, gnats, shoo. When I was done doing that, I heard this badass sounding Mustang. It was between a 99 and 04 style, the square, not the square box, not the Fox body, but the square. The same year that I have. And man, it had this supercharged, and I pulled up beside him as we were going like 30 miles an hour. And I just pulled up beside him, and then I kept driving, and then he wanted to like go around, and he was like, and then I was on the left and he was on the right. I knew what he wanted to do because he wanted to race, like, I guess, you know, to the next corner. And it was, I mean, that Mustang sounded bad, man. Bad. The exhaust, the supercharger, everything. And right when he was right beside me, I just kicked it into the second gear and just flew. And I dogged him. It was fun. And then he wanted some more because I slowed down after I dogged him. I was like, yeah, all right, let me give you another chance. Here, crank. And he's like, he gave me a thumbs up, even though he got beat. And then he tried it again. I put it sick. I dogged him. Or I could just be telling a story and it ain't even true. Do you believe me? Yeah, there you go. What else is there to talk about anymore? You're all going to hell! But yeah, that was fun to dog a Mustang that had a supercharger in it, and I'm just in a factory car. I mean, it's just factory. So every day I'm just, you know, just soaking it up. Whatever happens, happens, right? Whatever happens, happens. However I get stalked, I get stalked. However I get harassed, I get harassed. Whatever. It freaking is what it is. And for the people that don't know, gang stalking is so absolutely, it is real. There's no question about it. Why would they waste their time? But it's because the leaders of the world are sick, right? And they want you to fear them in any way possible. And money, it doesn't matter. They don't need money. So to hand these flunkies a few dollars here and give them a Wawa gift card because they hacked into a Target's credit card and tried to charge $100 at Wawa, well, you were too late, weren't you? It was already maxed out. Oops. Not everybody knows what I'm talking about. That's why if you subscribe for the first time, you're like, what the hell is this dude talking about? Well, you would have to understand that this has been an ongoing spiritual battle that I've been winning tremendously. Because that's all it is. It's spiritual. It's it's chatter too. The chatter. Remember the chatter? I said that I was going to eliminate. I haven't heard anything since I've eliminated the chatter. And eliminating the chatter is stop talking to the people who are stabbing in the back. Stop letting the just shut the comment section off. Like, I'm not trying to be rude to the people that want to chit chat, but I'm sorry. It's not worth it anymore to even let them spew. Let those people that new subscribers might not understand from the Walmart video is I'm not letting them spew garbage. And that's how you shut demons up. You just shut them up. You don't have, it's like when you have an ex or something, someone that harasses you, keeps wanting to call you, or like a kid's mom or something, or something like that you're not with anymore, who's demonically possessed. You don't have to answer the phone. You don't have to read the text message. You don't have to look at any of it. You can just eliminate it from your life. It's your choice. Shift change. The reason I say it is because, well, it's like drizzling out here. So it's kind of raining. So why would anybody even come to the park besides me? Gang stalking. Gang stalking. It's real, people. Oh yeah. I remember, like, man, it must have been almost 6 months ago. You know, the main agents on my channel that I would allow them to talk, and that main loser, I forget his name. He has like the mark of the beast or something. Was waiting for a meltdown video. Like, they actually thought they were going to break me. You guys actually thought you were going to break me. You were waiting for a meltdown video. You guys just were so confident because you knew we're going to get to him. I was given a heads up. Robin, you're going to have to stomach something real soon, I bet you. I tell, I just know, because that's what lizards do. They know. We know. I mean, I know. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm going to latch on to you also and say, you know, April 7th, it's going to be war. I mean, because it's like, how the hell did he know? And then your gang stalking leader, he's like, latch on him and tell them that it's the same thing, because it is going to start on April 7th. Damn it. And then there's all kinds of peace talks afterwards, and wars and rumors of wars. And it's true, man. It's just true. It's exactly what happened on April 7th. It was the beginning of it. What's next? What's next, gang stalkers? You're weak, okay? That's all I can tell you is you are weak. I got you to show your face when I wanted you to show your face. I got you to continue to deliver me mail when I wanted you to deliver me mail. Now, you stopped. After what? 3 weeks? When did it start? What, Wednesday? August 1st, I believe it was. 3 weeks. That's it. What do you got up your sleeve, leader? You know, I know who the leader is. I know who the leader is. But I'm not saying. Well, actually, I think I told one person who the leader was. But other than that, you know, somebody who hasn't publicly backstabbed me. I wonder if you guys are still making videos, now that I'm thinking of it, because you were part of it from the beginning. Warning me that I was going to have to stomach what's coming, as if you knew. So I'm just toying with you, just like you tried with me, and I'm just one man. That's it, one man. It's pathetic that you got to get so many people to come against one man. Pathetic. So days like yesterday and today, I'm actually looking for you. I'm actually giving you attention. I'm actually talking about you, okay? Because I looked at my mail and there was nothing. Nothing. And it was dwindling down, I could tell. It was dwindling down. You guys don't have the endurance like I do. You just don't. Because Christ isn't in you, okay? He's not. God doesn't have your back. He actually turned his back on you because of your disbelief, your lack of faith. O ye of little faith. So that was really the only incident today, is that the rookie that you guys hired. I can spot you as a mile away, man. Just like all those security guards, the private contractors who are also gang stalkers. I pointed all of yous out in Walmart. And no, I wasn't No, I don't do meth. Nah, don't smoke crack. I wasn't on meth or crack or any heroin like I was accused. I just felt like going in and pointing out security guards because, you know, my wife showed me, she has a couple of videos from 2013 when we were in Walmart and I was messing with the, I was acting like I was stealing because the security guards are so obvious. So that was 5 years ago. I might even try to post it. There was like 4 videos that I did. It was when I first started my my acting career, because I would do imitations in front of her and I would make her laugh, and then, you know, because I made her laugh, it's like, well, then I guess it's kind of funny, right? Because when someone doesn't laugh too often and you make them laugh, you're doing a good job. It's probably going to start pouring soon. The screen's wet. Just know that your end is coming, okay? Everyone who's lying, everyone who's pretending, everyone who's stalking, your end is coming. It is. I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Because I don't know, like, it depends on who you subscribe to. Everybody's just worn out, just tired of it, tired of talking about the rapture, tired of trying to predict what's getting ready to happen and whatnot. I can see it, I can feel it myself, and that's why I said it's like, I'm kind of tired of telling you, the ones that aren't listening anyway. And the ones that do listen consistently, I really appreciate you guys, I really do. And I know I'm not talking about the losers with the job that, and yeah, I'll call you guys losers because you took on a losing job. You just did. But I'm talking about the people that just are, you know, fed up with freaking bullshit artists, liars. Those people being betrayed, the ones that are fed up with it. I love you guys more than my distant cousins. Even though I love everybody, it's just it's easier to love people that are, you know, smarter. What can I say? The dumb ones, well, it's kind of hard to do that, you know, because I don't love your sin that you're committing. I hate it. But again, you can be changed, and you will be changed just like that because of the fear. And everybody's talking about tribulation, pre-tribulation, mid-tribulation, post-tribulation. Guess what? It's all of it. We already went through the pre-tribulation rapture. That already happened on May 21st, 2011. We already went through the mid-tribulation, somewhere in between. And we're going to go through the post-tribulation. And then there's going to be great tribulation, which is like the last 7 to 10 days, where men's hearts are going to fail. You're going to start having heart attacks. And I might die myself too, but it's because I'll be laughing too hard. Or that's the time when Judas comes and kisses me on the cheek and points me out and says, there he is, go get him. Even though I'm not Christ, you know what I mean? But I think that's going to happen to a bunch of, like, it might happen to like 144,000 people. I'm just saying. Because there's tribulation saints too. We're all going to the same place. Doesn't matter if you're the 144 or you're the 7 billion. You're still part of God's family. You know what I mean? It's just 144 knew ahead of time. They knew like 7 years beforehand. You know what I mean? That's why judgment came on the entire world. We were warned about Judgment Day beginning on May 21st, 2011. And because people are seeing it now, it's just because they've been blind for those 7 years. And now you're starting to see it, and it's like, oh my God, we're going to be raptured up, and we're going to be out of here before anything happens to us. Nah, no. This is the tribulation period. I've been going through it for 7 years now. And, well, the last year has ramped up more. And then the past 6 months, well, it's been a major attack on me. And others, probably 143,999 others. Oh yeah, you're so special because you think you're part of the 144,000. Well, when I listen to people who believe in a rapture, it reminds me of me 7 years ago. That's why I can relate. And I'm not downing the people that believe in that. I'm just telling you that it's not going down that way, okay? Because we already went through the spiritual first resurrection, rapture, the 144 man-child. Not just one, but 144,000 of them. It already happened. May 21st. That one day, you know, that was 1,000 years that we reigned with Christ because our spirit was resurrected up and we were given the... What were we given? Well, the Holy Spirit was poured out upon us. That's what happened. And then some continued to prophesy right after that. And I'll be honest, I didn't. Because I was lost for the next 5 years. I continued on. Robin Hood's design. I started to make the hoods. I was just going about my business. And all of a sudden, it stopped. All of a sudden, it stopped. And I realized, wait a minute. Now I understand the fifth trumpet was being blown. Even when you look at May 21st, 2011, the warning of judgment, the signs that he had, there were 5 trumpets. He was blowing the fifth trumpet because the 6th and 7th come after. But the more time goes by, well, obviously the passages start fitting better because now it's like, okay, well that didn't make sense before, but now it does. In that 1,000-year period, I wish I met somebody who understood that May 21st, 2011 was the 1,000-year period because that was one day. That you reigned with Christ for one day. And Satan was cast down to the earth and bound for 1,000 years that one day. And when that 144,000 were born, you know, the 12 stars, the woman that was clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and the 12 stars above her head, well, those 12 stars represented the 12 tribes, which were 12,000 each tribe, which were 144,000. And you know how Satan was cast out of heaven, and he was wrought with that woman, but yet they were nourished for a 1,260 days? Well, 3 places it lines up with Satan being cast down. Because an angel fell from heaven, and the other verse, and that's in Revelations 20, you know, where it jumps back. Revelations 20 jumps back to May 21st, 2011. I'm just telling you, that's all. Don't care if you believe me. I already know nobody will believe me, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It jumps back. It's not in sequence, man. The Bible isn't written that way. It's not. It's like what everybody believes. Don't believe it, because how can it possibly be true if everybody knows? The 7-year period when the peace treaty is signed, it's like we got 7 years exactly from this point on. But I thought no man knows the day or the hour. So when that angel fell from heaven, well, that was Satan. When the other angel came down, he came down from heaven. That was representing Christ coming down, bounding Satan for that one day. That way he would not, he put a seal upon him and shut his face. That way he wouldn't deceive the nations no more. Until that whole 1,000-year one-day period was up. After that one day, and those 5-month period that men were, well, they were stung by the scorpion for the next 5 months, you know, because they had the king over them, Apollyon, you know, like Apollo, like the spacecraft. But this is what's being played out now from May 21st of 2018, I believe. And that 5-month period is what is being played out now, where it's so twisted that you guys think that you are tormenting like people like me, who already has the seal of God in my forehead, but yet you think that we don't. So you go around terrorizing us with your king Apollyon. Fools. So there you have it. We're going to the very last day. Everybody. There is no pre-tribulation rapture, okay, where we're gonna escape everything. No, our souls, the 144,000, have already been conceived. It just took a little bit. It's like when you're a baby, you don't know anything. 3.5 years later, you're starting to know stuff. 7 years later, you kind of understand, you know, life a little bit. So that's where we're at now. 7 years into that birth, into that first resurrection. Blessed is he who takes part in the first resurrection. Blessed is he who takes part in the first resurrection. Christ was resurrected 2,000 years ago almost. It's not talking about that in Revelations. The rapture, spiritual rapture, already happened. Pre-tribulation. Post-tribulation, we're still here, okay? And then there's going to be great tribulation. The last 10 to 7 days of absolute, complete destruction that you guys are going to see and understand. And the ones that are in on it, you know that I know. You know that I know your plan. That's why you hate my freaking guts. Oh well, I can't help it if I can discern bullshit.